we should be live. Yeah. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Welcome to the weekly outlook session. It's going to be an interesting one. In terms of crypto has actually been extremely freaking bullish, to be honest, as well. So, we'll start the year really as well. So we'll run the whole thing down. It's been about 16 days in terms of the bull market. Well, would it be a bull market, bear market rally? Who fucking knows, to be honest. But you know how it is. We'll run it down together. So I just want to say thank you so much for everyone for actually attending the show. You know, spending some time out of your evening as well for me, or sometimes it might be in the morning for you guys as well. So bless you guys. Appreciate that as well. So thank you so much for that. Did a poll in the I asked the question as well. I mean, do you want to cover the bullish scenarios, the bearish scenarios first? What else we got? We got shout out to Guna saying bearish. Alex, shout out to Alex, and shout out to Carl. They're all saying bearish. Everyone is expecting a pullback, but will we get it? What's going on, Richard? How you doing? Bomb Biggie, how you doing, man? Evening to you, my brother. Sidiums, my guy. Reynolds Talisman, how you doing, man? It's been good to have you guys here. Smash up the likes, everybody, man. I really appreciate that. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I can't complain. You know, it's fucking cold, man. It's really cold. It's like -1 and I'm shivering a little bit. Fuck, you know. Put the heat on, actually. 1 second. Hopefully you guys don't hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Just let me know if you guys can hear it. No, I don't think it's getting picked up. Okay. Did I see the Man United game? No, I didn't actually. Was Man U playing today? Oh, the City game. Oh yeah, fucking hell. That game. You know what? I've gotta be honest about the United game. You know, in terms of Bruno Fernandes's goal, that's an offside. You know, no, it's I put the heater on as well. It's like a little fan. You know, the Dyson heater. I got one of them bad boys over there, but it makes a little bit of a sound, though, innit? Yeah, I watched the thing. I mean, the game itself, and I thought Bruno's goals was actually an offside. I have to be honest. Yeah, even you agree as well, Carl. So, but we won the game as well. So we're in the title race. So that's a good thing as well. So let's see how it goes. What's going on? We've got Martin 10th of Van Norden. How you doing, my bro? You got Uni in the house. How's it going? Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to you guys as well, man. Ollie's in the house. What's going on, brother? Yeah, we will say the same against us. Yeah, it's true. That's very true. So let's get cracking. Let's get straight right into this as well. Let's talk about the monthly, right? So the monthly wise, as you can see, right. Let's just talk from here. Well, really, if you were to actually put this as a range band environment, right? What's going on here? So I can say this high is a range band environment, and this low, this low here is the range band environment, and somewhere around the middle, right, is the mid range. Okay, do we come down into this area here? Is this the deviation of these highs here? I don't know. We'll find out very soon. But just as a monthly, where it's looking like, it looks like November's high is in target, right? So if you look at December, we didn't take out the lows over here. Coming to January, we didn't take out December's low. We took out December's high and we just rallied up. Strong monthly candle so far. Flat body candle, which is I'm a bit skeptical about. I'm not really a fan of flat body candles. Zaka, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Zach attack. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking for, like a flat body candle over here. Normally, for those who don't know about flat body candles are quite bad. Well, they're good for liquidity in terms of like what tends to happen is they come back down and they get taken out one way or another. So do we come back to it sooner or later? I mean, speaking about flat body candles, that's actually the yearly open. We did a stream as well. I think it was over the weekend itself about the yearly open. It was the last week. Something along the lines. You'll see it as well about. Yeah, it was about last week, I believe. Yeah, it was definitely last week. We talked about the yearly open. We spent a bit of time in regards to like 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, and 2022 yearly open, how they reacted as well. They may have displaced away from the yearly open, but they do come back to retest it one way or another. Whether it's going to be this month, next month, March, April, I don't fucking know. But it's gonna they tend to come back, and if it does come back, that's not good, right? So we had a very strong move on for the yearly itself. And even if I were to look at the yearly, just fuck it. If I look at the yearly, It's a flat body candle, right? It's just the start of the. We got 11 months and 16 days to go. So is it time to celebrate? I don't know. There will be ways to celebrate. We'll have to like. I can only say, sorry, excuse me. I can only say, when can I say, yeah, we are fully bullish, right? From a macro perspective, this is like undeniably bullish, right here. This is the range bound environment on the quarterly, and we played this for a good year, right? This whole quarterly, and then we shanked down, and we really haven't had the retest. So do we come back for a retest here and then sell off? I don't know. This could be a plan. Come into the retest of 28k, breaks down over there. This is your entry over here, for example. This is your confirmation. Play it back down, level to level. And off we go to the yearly open, and we'll see what happens there. That's a possibility. But where would I say that we are going to be bullish is once we step back into this range. Shows bullish market structure, and you've got to say, right? And I was just speaking to one of the guys in DCC. We were just having a little call between us as well. And I was looking at, originally was a short, and then it became a long with the flip bias. And I'll explain it to you as well. I'm happy to explain it to you as well. But this is when we say, yeah, bullish to where 44k is the mid-range. From the 44k, if we reclaim and hold above it, then we can go to 61.8k. That's the only way I can say is bullish. Until then, we'll see how it goes. We'll see exactly how it goes. That's the quarterly there. Drop it to the monthly itself. Monthly, let's just literally bring this up a little bit wider so you guys can see what the deal is. Can you see every single month, right? So let's just start with this month here. This is July's high. July's high, we took out liquidity, come back down. Liquidity is resting here. In September, we took out liquidity, come back down over here. In October, double bottom, pushed up, right, into September's mid-range. So from September's mid-range in November, we did a deviation, took out the liquidity of September's low. So there's liquidity resting here, and there's also liquidity resting here. Why? Because we took out October's high and came back below it, right? So now, we haven't taken out liquidity on September's low. Could this be a particular range that we're playing in, ready for February, March, April time? I don't know. I was just making this all up as I go. We haven't taken out the highs of itself, so that's where I'm expecting liquidity to be taken out. What I'll be looking for is do we come back up and hold above it? We're talking about bearish scenarios. This is the bearish scenarios for me to take a short all the way back down to the mid-range, play back down to the range low. And then we take out liquidity here, and then we'll see what happens next. Do we break down below and then go down to the 12k marker, which a lot of people are waiting for, or do we say fuck this, let's hold above it and play in this range bound environment until we get bored of it? That's the fucking plan. That's really is the plan itself. That's the bearish scenarios there. Now, of looking from a monthly, so we are at a key point here. All right. Now I don't know if you guys, we talked about this in the group in DCC. I'll share it with you guys. Now, I don't know if you guys ever heard of a chick called Maren, Maren. She's a chick, right, that talks about the astronomies and she's a lady. I shouldn't be saying chick. That's quite disrespectful. Sorry about that. She's a lady that talks about like the stars and the Capricorns and the Pisces and the Sagittarius and the, I don't know. So it's crazy stuff. What's going on, Super David? How you doing? Love it when people show me the last name. Yeah, listen, Martien Ten for Van Noorden. Van Noorden. Am I saying it right? Or is it Noorden? Arcliano, how you doing, man? It's been a while. Yeah, so what I was saying is like, what was I saying? I forgot. I fucking don't even know what I was saying. I lost the fucking plot. Sorry about that. But yeah, so we can see like the bearish scenarios is what happens over here. This high is a make or break. Let's be honest, it's a make or break. That's the one factor. And what's so interesting about this high here in November also comes into place of, let me bring this up, July's mid-range. So this is July's low. That's not even fucking right, man. The fuck am I doing here? There we go. That's September's low. That's better. That's September's low. That's September's high. Range bound environment. This looks like a deviation. If we hold above it, happy days. We can play back from the mid to the high. We'll see if we have to reclaim this. We'll talk about that in just a second. So if I were to narrow it down, right, onto the monthly, what I'm looking for is taking out the highs of November. So this is November's high. We'll talk about that block in just a second. We'll narrow it all down in a moment as well. Take out the high, let it do its thing. Once it does this, gets back below here, back below September's high, like November's high, finds the bearish market structure. What do? Take the short back down, level to motherfucking level. And if I were to overlap a range bound environment of November's range, let me do this in red, and it just so happens July's low, right, is just underneath the by $200 actually. Underneath the sorry, November's mid range is just below July's low. So then we can start looking at a target from target this and target that. So you can just focus within this range itself. And if we hold, and if we were to do something crazy, when I say crazy, I mean like I don't know if I can know actually. I'm just gonna make this up. If we were to do something like this, right, hold above November's mid range and reclaims July's range low, then we can start looking for bullish scenarios, playing it back to the 25% range, which is also over here, and then see if we can take out the highs back into the mid range and see what happens there. From there, we'll see what happens. Now, these are all the bearish plays, right? We'll talk about the bullish plays because the bullish plays is quite simple and just one directional play we're looking for. So we're just talking about bearishness as well and what's going on. So that's the monthly. So November, everyone understands that November is what's capping the market. That's the key thing, and also the July's mid range, which comes in around 21.7k. That's the key numbers you want to see. Get back below 21.7k. Get back below the November's high. Look for the bearish market structure. Take the triggers on I think take the shorts on the confirmation, and then fucking take it and keep and run it down. That's all you gotta do. Please long it. Please long or short. Sanutu Rasul TV. What do you mean? Arcliano say 30k. I love, if 30k comes in, happy days. We'll talk about the bullish scenarios in just a moment as well. You're talking about Marin. Yeah, Marin. Yeah, Marin. She's fucking into. That was it. I was talking about Marin. Thank you for that. Now, we had a bullish. This is what I want to talk about. So you know how we've had a very strong move on the upside. We got 47 people here, man. Come on, smash the motherfucking likes, man. Don't be a little bitch about this, man. In Creole, right, where I'm from Mauritius, innit? So in Creole, we call it Suser. Suser means like in English, if I were to actually translate, it means sucker. Like you're sucking, right? But like it doesn't sound really good in English. But Suser means like you're being stingy with your fucking likes, man. Smash the likes, bro. Come on, man. Let's get the fucking the algorithm going as well, man. Let's get this rolling. So we're talking about Marin. Now Marin, she's into this whole stars and all that malarkey. Now I don't know if it's legit. At that time back in the days, I thought this is a bunch of malarkey, this whole moon concept and stuff like that. Now, shout out to my boy Guna, right? Guna, this was like 2 weeks ago. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Talked about about the moon phase. Don't know if you guys know about this moon phase. It's pretty freaking phenomenal. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've got to admit, it's quite spectacular. So if I'll just show it to you. I'll just show it to you. So you guys can see what I'm fucking talking about. Because you guys like, yo, Dank's going to the fucking dark side of the moon. What the fuck's he on? Smoking some random shit. Put him in prison. that's what you're probably thinking. Where's moon phase? There we go. Moon phase is here. And as you can see, right, and when we get like a full, I think this is a full moon, right? And so this is a half moon, and this is a full moon, right? Sorry, no. Something like that. I forgot. I'll check it out in a bit anyway. But you see at every single point of the moon phases, we get a pump up, and then we come back down, and then these dark circles, we get a push back up, and then get push up, and this is the white circle. Then we get a push back down, and then up, and then from the dark circle, we push all the way back up. Like it's quite uncanny if you look at it. Any point of the market set. So like this dark circle, we get a push back up. So the white circle, push back down. Dark circle, push back up, white circle, push back down. Like it's quite uncanny. So if I were to look at it, right, so this is the dark circle right now, and we're saying dark circle push right up, and it's fucking doing it right now, innit? But when's the next fucking white circle? What's this white circle thing about, innit? I don't fucking know. But let's type in moon phases on Google and try and check out what the moon phase is 2023, isn't it? So we know the dark circle is bullish in it. So the dark circle, according to this, was a fucking full moon. Yeah, the full moon was the 6th of Jan. So let's just go back to it, innit? I don't know. I'm just making this shit up as I go along. So if you guys think like, what the hell is he talking about? Trust me, I don't even know. I'm making this up as I go along. So the 6th of June was right here. And that was the full moon. And look what happened. Push back up. We're running these highs over there. And where's this white circle in it, which is this new moon in it? So what the fuck am I doing? Moon phase is right there. The new moon, right, comes in the 21st of January. That's the new moon. So the 21st of January, right? If this white circle is correct, right, we're gonna have a white circle on the 21st of January, which will be somewhere around here. Let me just mark this right. I can't even mark it there. 21st of January is somewhere around here. Okay. Do we run up there? from the 21st of January, look at the 22nd, bearish market structure, get below November's high. Then we take the fucking shorts. And if that's fucking happens, boy, we're gonna stick with this fucking moon phases, man. Like, we're gonna be like, call me Darren, you know, like, not Dank, Darren. Yeah, that's a good one, actually, Darren. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll see. I'll see how it goes. So we'll find out 21st. 21st is what? In 5 days? Talking about Saturday? Saturday we take a short? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Saturday, Sunday, coming to the new week. So, and it just makes sense. Let's be honest, right? You know what I mean by making sense? It's just the monthly pullback. Why? If you look on the monthly, get rid of this moon thing. Don't want that. The monthly, every candle tends to have, we have a body, we have a wick on the upside, and a wick on the downside, right? So we're expecting a wick on the upside as well. So with this new moon, it makes sense for it to actually, you know, make a wick, play back down, and then we'll see how it goes where we close for the monthly itself, and then we work it out there. We're just talking about the outlook itself. So is everyone with me? Is everyone understanding what I'm trying to say? There's no point me going on and talking and no one understands shit. You're like, yo, the fuck is he talking about? Oh man, cool. 52 people here, man. Smash likes, everybody. All right, that's cool. That's the monthly. Let's talk about the weekly now. Weekly is interesting now. Weekly has been phenomenal, right? So what I want you to focus on, right? If you were to take anything from me, always remember, small body candles leads to big, massive body candles, right? So that was a range band environment we're talking about. That's the range low, weekly range low, weekly range high. We were ping-ponging this whole thing back in like up and down and whatnot, okay? Once we start closing up, breaks these highs there, off we go, start pushing on the upside there. Great, all good there. And where's it come into, right? It's come right. Obviously, we know liquidity as number one. Oops, what's wrong? Sorry about that. Yeah, obviously liquidity, we know, is resting right here. That's where liquidity is resting. Hasn't been taken out just yet. But we've come into this block over here. See this block right there? That's what I would like to see acting as resistance. If it was going to be a resistance, right? As some sort of resistance, I want to see price confirmation, right, on the weekly is come back down below here. Once we get a close below, finally retest there, bearish market structure, then we can enter in with confirmation, playing it target 1. That's target 1, and then that would be target 2. Nah, I'll probably front run it into here, target 2. What's going to be key will be the yearly open. That'll be target 3. Talking about bearish scenarios still. Nothing's really changed. I don't mean to be the bearer of all of bearish news and whatever. I'm just, I gave it to the poll, and Bear Man's wanted the bearish scenario, so we'll do the bearish scenarios first, and then we'll talk about the bullish scenarios next. And that was it. Just like the yearly open, we'll see what happens. If we actually hold into it, do we hold above the yearly open, find bullishness, we play up level to level, back into here, and see what happens. Do we actually reclaim and hold above it? Or do we come into the yearly open and we actually end up finding resistance, takes out these lows over there? I mean, once it gets back below this low over here, for example, this is your confirmation. Take the shorts there, take out the liquidity there. There's a double bottom right there. And let's see what happens there. Once we come into 15.2k, whatever the number is, 15.3k, 15.5k, some shit like that. And then we can lose this level there and get to 14, 13, 12k. There's a lot of scenarios there, but there's a lot to work with before we even get there. Okay, so that's the weekly itself. Really, really strong candle there. It's not a fucking problem there. Going on to the daily, right? What's going on there? What's beautiful about the daily now, right, is that we're coming into it, into the Monday's range. So we got the Monday's range to play. So what I mean by the Monday's range, I'll explain in just a moment, right, is what we got here on the daily. We're finding resistance off this block here. You see this last up candle there that sent the market back down with a consolidation over here. We just retested it once, had a stop run. I want to see if it's going to be bearish, right, like I said to you. What I want to see is this. Talked about that. That's the Monday's range. We don't need that no more. What I want to see is this. Any spike up into the mid-range, no problem. Hold above it. Get back below, bearish confirmation. This is for me to play in, and I can go down what I was explaining, down 25% range and back into the range low, and then we'll see what happens. Do we actually come back down and lose it, play it back into this space there? I don't know. These are the potential plays there. I mean, if he does something like that, happy days. Come back down, bearish market structure, off it goes, play it down, back into the weekly range high, and that's what we got to do. You know, we're talking about targeting 1 over here, and that'll be target 2 over there. As you play the market. So we'll see. There's many ways you can play this, but you just need. It's all about the key. Really, is come down to patience. The key really comes down to patience. If you have patience in the game, just let it set up. If it was to be bullish, it will show you it's bullish, and I'll explain to you in a moment what I mean by if it was to be bullish. I'll show you an example of a long I took when I was looking for a short, actually, to be honest as well. At first I was looking for a short. I entered into a short. I cut the trade at very minimal profits as well, and I flipped the whole idea into a long, and then played it on the upside there. So I've taken majority of profits as it is. I've got a little bit riding up there, and we'll see what happens next, right? So that's all the bearish plays we're talking about. Now, before I go into the bullish scenarios, let me explain to you of what I mean by showing you if the market was to show you bullishness. And it just so happens, look at this block, what's going on in the 15 minutes, right? Just focus on this, right? What's the pivot? This high here. That's capping the market there. We've got resistance. We've got deviation. We've got a deviation here. Let it do its thing. If it wants to do this, no problem. Let it do that. Once we get back below here, get back below the block here, show the bearish market structure, off we go, plate down level to motherfucking level. That's all you gotta do, right? So this whole block is key. I've got a little bit of I think my stops are tightened, right? But I've got a little bit riding, targeting the mid range itself. No, I'm 21.7. That's why I've got my TP at. And then we'll see what happens next. If I need to step in, if I miss it, I miss it. If I just wait for the next setup. So let me explain to you, right, what I was looking at first. So if you were to look at this, right? Actually, yeah. This was a range band environment. Yeah. Let me highlight this, right? This is an educational point of view for you guys as well. I'm going to do this just for the sake of it as well. Because, fuck it, why not? You know, like, it's always good to give it back to the community. So that's the range high, and this is the range low. Okay? That's the range I've got. Now, what's interesting is, right, is that the price, I'm going to hide all this there. We have a bullish market structure, right, where price is pushing back up, and we're finding support over here. What's key about this level there is that this was the July's low. Now, if this was going to be a deviation of July's low, I want to see it get back below here, and then I can take a short. That's my confirmation to play all the way back down to the key levels I was looking for. Okay, now that was one thing. I start entering the trade, right? I took a short. Let me tell you where I took a short. So, looking at this area here was all this consolidation here. I took a short, right, over here. Somewhere around, yes, about here. I took a short here. The stop loss over here. Invalidation would be here. Okay, let's just say invalidations here. To get invalidations here, right? I saw price come back down. You see these lows there? Do a deviation, and we hold above it. Now, what I did, right, once we get into here, right, I see price coming back up. I was like, all right, no problem. Well, like, by that time, I went to bed. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? I was like, fuck this. If it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down. If it's gonna stop me out, it's gonna stop me out. Comes back down, and I come in at 9:30, about early morning, and I see price finding support off a particular area. Now, where price was finding support was off this particular area right here. This here was showing me support was happening. Let me just hide all that. Support was happening. This area, support. I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna go back up there. So as it goes back up there, and I watched it go back up, and I was at minuses. I'm like, yo, if he's gonna stop me out, or if he's gonna, well, my stop loss was here, but if he's gonna stop me out, it's gonna stop me out, and we'll see what happens. We come back down over here, right? And I still held the trade. I held the trade, right? I took a lot. Yeah, that was it. I took a slight loss on this actually. We come back down. Come back into this area. I'm like, okay, we need to find resistance and then play back down. That's what I'm looking for. I need to see this. I need to cut it. I need to cut it. The fact that we came back up, right, and we didn't even bounce off this block itself. We came back into here and we closed within this block here, this block of that I've highlighted here, and we support. I'm like, shit. I cut the trade here. Why? Because here, smaller time frame, it was showing me bullish market structure. I cut the trade. Where I flipped the longs is that, like, I'm ready to flip longs. What I need for confirmation, if I'm gonna go long, right? Where's my invalidation? My invalidation is here. This is where my invalidation is, because this is a range bound environment. That's a range high, and that's a range low. So if I delete everything off for a second, I'm just running with you what I was looking at and how I was playing the market there. Okay, so come back in, hold it there. My invalidation is here, right? So I could have entered in over here with a stop loss here. I didn't enter in there. I entered somewhere around, I think somewhere around here. Now, you see how we got a range bound environment over here. We got a deviation on the downside, and we push it back up, and it showed me bullish market structure. We take out these highs there. We take out these highs here. We made a new high there. Come back down, and we find a retest off here. Once we did, and we closed above we closed above this block itself, I took an entry. I took an entry somewhere around there. Where's my invalidations? Here. And I'm looking to go play where? Back up to the 25% range and range high. Now, the market was already showing us this bullishness. This is going to lead us to our bullish scenarios there. The market was already leading us, was hinting to us this bullishness. Why? Because when we break out of consolidation, right, which we talked about, broke out of consolidation, we came back, we found support once, twice, and support once, twice, and we're holding above this range high here, I could enter in based on invalidation here, playing it back to the 25% and back to the mid-range. That's as simple as that. The second, if I'm not confident to enter in, no problem. What do I want to see? Further bullish market structure. See this high here? The moment we start making new higher highs, this is start showing me that this is giving me bullish confirmation, a bullish price action to play up on the upside. And what happened is we start to deviate. Well, we start to actually, range band in this tight area here. And then once we close above it, this high here gets taken out, close above of it, find support off the highs. It's giving us further confirmation to enter. You could have entered in here, you could enter in here, you could enter in here. There were so many opportunities to enter in to play on the upside. And let me show you how mad of a play this is as well. I think this was a 6 point something actually for me. So not too bad. I didn't really talk about it on Twitter, so fuck them anyway. Twitter can suck my balls. Where's the long scenario? So my entry was here, stop loss was here, right? And where we are right now, it's a 4.8R. I think not 6R. Sorry, 6R was here. Yeah, 6.3R if it hits target. I think a majority of the profits are like at this base here. And I've got a little bit more riding on the upside there. If I need to cut the trade, I cut the trade as a 4.7R. Quite happy on that. And this sets our premise looking for the bullish market structure on the upside now. Are we good? Good. So I gotta make sure we're good. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, we're good. All right, cool. Fucking hell. Yeah. So this sets our premise for the bullish scenarios there. Okay. So just bear with me. What we got liquidity resting over here. Did we take it out? Did we fucking take it out? That high is 21.4. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know what's going on here. If this happens again, I'm gonna stop the recording and I'll just do it manually and then I'll just and I'll upload it. So sorry about this. Anyway, what we're looking at is like in terms of this is the mid range, right? This is the mid range and this is the range high. This is July's mid range, July's range high. That's what we're talking about. We know liquidity is resting here, liquidity is resting here, and liquidity is resting here. Now what I'm focused on is if I was to be bullish between the mid range to range high. That's what I'm focused on, nothing else. All I need to do is the same price action, similar price action that I saw there, looking to take out the upside there. So if you come back up, hold support, bullish market structure, right? Just like that. That's your entry to enter in. You can enter in here, enter in here. This is your confirmation, right? Or you can enter in here again and play it back to where? Take out the liquidity here to 25% range. And then we're going to play it back into the range high. And that's pretty much as a majority of the targets. And extended targets, taking out liquidity at 25.2k. Do we do something like that? Spike up, and then we'll see what happens. If we spike up, that's your target done. Finish. We'll see what happens next. We'll talk about another plan then. Because we have so many things to worry about. What can happen next is literally either we actually break back down, bearish market structure, play back down 25, back to the mid-range. That's one thing. Or the second thing really is break back up and hold a bastard. It's being a complete douchebag, innit? Yeah. So anyway, we're back up. Yeah, we're ending it anyway. So I don't know what's going on, freaking out. But yeah, I know, like some people looking at 30k all-time high or whatever. If is the market bullish? I don't know. I've given you my views as it is, but really and truly, I'm focused on what we're doing next over this week itself. If are you guys gonna call me Darren or are you gonna call me Daink? We're gonna find out really soon. If you call me Darren, then we're doing something like that, and on the 21st, 22nd of Jan, we take the shorts. If it's going to be bullish, it's going to be bullish, playing it on the upside to 25% range and range high. That's pretty much it. I'm not focused on anything else. Literally, It's between here and here. That's all it is. If you keep that in mind, the rest becomes simple and the rest becomes easy. Hopefully that helps you guys. I'm going to call it a night. You got any questions before I head off? Go to comments. Oh man, you guys have been. I didn't even look at your comments. Sorry about that. I'm gonna just quickly give you some respect, man. Like Darren. Right, Darren. Matt, let's just see. In Silico has moon faces indicators on trading view 2. Yeah, in Silico. I think he was the first person I came across, Sam. So very good point. New moon on January 21st by JD. That's correct as well. But if it happens to, I'm becoming trader moon. Fucking hell. To the moon. Bless you guys. How do you get the moon or on trading? Oh, how do I get the moon? Basically, like to do that, go into indicators, right? And I just type in moon phases, bro. That's what it is. And I put it as a favorite just so I can see what's going on. And it's just moon phases. Yeah, click on that and that's off you go. And then you get the whole moon phases there. That's how you find it there. Like Ollie was saying, yeah. Signs in his Tinder, bro. Dude, I ain't got a Tinder, fam. Vega, I'm a good guy, man. I don't do that kind of stuff. If it happens, we'll slide into man's DMs. Sick. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Lewis Lee. Appreciate that, bro. Right, makes sense. But everyone's all good then, yeah? Yeah, sorry about the lag. I really appreciate that. Not swept on Binance. Let's have a look. Oh, this is my Binance chart. Oh, there. I've got my November's range here. So yeah, we haven't swept it out on anything really yet. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think we'll just talk about BTC, and the rest. We'll see. The rest is Bob's uncle really. So I'm gonna call it a day, and I'll catch you guys soon. Well, not too sure when we'll do the next stream, but we'll do the stream really soon. I do miss you guys, and I really appreciate you guys actually being here as well. Oh, before I go. Total 2. It's been a fucking fantastic play actually on alts actually. So profit taking time to me as well. Look at this. This is the range high. This is July's range, mate. Nothing else, you know. July's mid range, and look what we're finding resistance bang on the mid range as well. And interestingly enough, we are making lower highs. You know what I'm saying? Lower highs there, getting capped there. Do we come back down and play it back down into this high here, and then we'll see what happens. Do we hold above it and go back to the mid range? If we hold above it, play it back to the range high itself. Take out the liquidity over here, double top over there. I can see that happening. I am leaning on bullishness as well, but we'll see what happens. I have to play this level to level. I can't. I'm approaching this as a trader. I'm not approaching this as a moon boy. I have no intention to actually say, yeah, we're going to 69k. Fuck that. Let's be legit. So if you know, like I've taken some profits on some of the alts as well. A lot of alts have done really well. Like for example, BNB. Bro, did anyone take that fucking BNB play? Like yo, I actually planned that out. Right here, man, range low, played it all the way back up to the range high, man, and I took a separate leverage trade as well. That was a spot buy over here, play up to here, and I took a separate leverage trade from here, well, from somewhere around here. Yeah, it was the mid range. That was it from the mid range, played back into the range high itself, and my stop loss is on over here. So I played it quite well actually. So I'm not too fussed. It'll be, you know, if it's gonna be bearish. I mean, like what I'm looking for is literally what's the key lows, key areas. I mean, I could say this high here. No, I'll probably use this one here. This area consolidation right here. That's the key area that I'm looking for. Looking for a breakdown. I need a breakdown here. Bearish market structure. Off we go. Take the shorts. Play it back down to the mid range. From the mid range, off you go to the range low. Bob's your uncle, and that's all it is. And that's the weekly low. That's the weekly mid range. That's the weekly high. That's all it is. So there's you know a lot of alts are setting up. BNB. If you look at BNB, BTC. It's just range bounding environment at the moment as well. I mean, to be honest, I wanted to see this to come back as a retest and then sell off here, but we'll see what happens. You know, like I can see pushing back up. There's a lot of things that can happen. BTC dominance pushing up higher, stronger. Mid range is coming up. Generally, as BTC dominance is showing, that means that Ethereum dominance should be going down. So I just want to double check that. Is Ethereum dominance pushing down too? Bit of a conflict, really, isn't it? Because you see BTC dominance pushing up, and we're also seeing what you call it, Ethereum dominance going up, so it's looking quite bullish. It's coming to the range high itself, right? So we'll see what happens at the range high. Do we come back down, play back down to the mid range, or if we're going to be bullish, what will I be looking for? ETH dominance itself is something like this. So what's capping the market? This high is capping the market itself. Once we get back up, hold above it, bullish market structure. That's your absolute confirmation off you go. Long your longs. That's why I go. This liquidity up there, and let's go. This increase there, and it could be a start of a bull market. You know, I want to watch what total 2 does. Total 2 comes into the range high, and look, total 2 for me. This is a quarterly range. Let me just show you this motherfucker right here. They've got too many fucking black lines and shit like that. Too many motherfucking lines, man. What the fuck is going on here, sir? Yeah, as a range bound environment, this is the range low. That's the range high. And that's the mid range. Let's delete it. Oops. Let's do the mid range again. And hide that. Step back in, no problem. Fucking Bob's your uncle. Once we break above these highs, what's the pivot there? Hold above that. Then we can say, yep, confirmations here. Long your fucking longs and your alts. Target 1 into here, into this area here, and then target 2 into the mid range. If we get above the mid range, happy days. Let's play up. I don't fucking mind. We'll just do that. I'm happy to play the market on the upside. I don't give a shit about catching the lows. If the lows, if we're gonna go to 12k, we're gonna go to 12k, and there's not shit anyone can do. But we just play it level to level, man. Level to motherfucking level. It's been a really good play, man. I've, like, for example, like, I don't know if you guys ever saw. I took this. Well, it was in the DCC. Forgot who it was. Morningstar. Actually, you know. Whoops. I got a geezer called Morningstar in the group as well, and he was talking about JAR, which is an AI. So I did a quick fucking plan on this as well. Quite a good plan, and we planned this way before it popped up as well. So we entered. I mean, whoever entered in. That's the range high, and I had the mid range over here. I've taken out. I think I've taken out quite a number of profits at the range high. I've still got a little bit left as well. I've still got some riding there. If it comes back down, I'm happy to cut the trade, but I've taken some nice profits in the mid range. It's been a beautiful play. A few trades. I mean, link. Let me show you the link. I'll show you where's Discord. Alts. I'll show you this for example. Where is it? What the fuck is it? Alts. I think people are actually requesting for more alts. Bless them. Well, yeah, as you can see, right here, there's the BNB plan. So that was a plan that I made a plan. Come back to the mid range itself, push it back to the range high. That was perfect. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was pretty smack on. Alts market cap. I talked about that. What was it? DCG and shit like that. I talked about CHZ. CHZ did well. I'll give you an example on that. Push it back up there. It's gone to the daily. I haven't hit targets per se, but even CHZ did a nice little run. Where's the score right there? Target 1 was, yeah. So we did hit target over here. These targets there. Next targets we're looking for is up to here. So we'll see what happens there. Some profits on there. What else we got? I wanted to show you link. Where's link? XNO. Link. Here we go. Here we go. That's my link plan, right? And we talked about this on the 5th of January, so when we was at range low. And this was a really in-depth plan, looking at playing into the mid-range. From the mid-range, we would work up higher. So if we were to actually, I mean, let's just bring up, where's that? Let's go up to link. What the fuck is link? $6.07. Come into the mid-range, man. Bang on, man. And where did we talk about this? At the range low over here. So I would show you in the 4 hours. You can see literally how the plan played out. Pretty spot on actually. Range low, range high, and look what happened. Get back up, all the support, pushes up, higher highs, one more support, off it goes 25%, range high. Bang on, man. Fucking bang on. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. I've got like, and then the next, obviously profit taking in the mid range. If I'm taking profits, everyone should be taking profits. You know what I'm saying? Like we rode it up quite nicely. You gotta pay yourself a little bit. But that's it really for me. I thought I'd just throw in a couple of alts and so you guys can see what the deal is and what we're looking at. So everything actually did really well in terms of long scenarios. At the moment, I'm a little bit cautious. Don't know if my name's gonna be changed to Darren. So to be a bit cautious about that shit. But speaking about the market, if it's going to be bullish, it will show itself to be bullish. For example, I'll give you a plan for link. Fuck it, let's do it. Same scenario there. What's capping the market for me? It's this high here. This is the highest cap in the market there, as you can see. Support, support, right? Sorry, support, support. Fucking resistance, isn't it? That's resistance, resistance over here, resistance over there. All right. We are making a downtrend. If I want to enter in aggressively, I like to see it close above it, right? And if we get a retest, happy days, no problem. How would I like to enter in? A retest off this, then I can take a long, back up to 25% range, looking to take out the liquidity of here, and then we can, that'll be target 2, and it'll be target 3. July's high, $8.20. Off you go, Bob's your uncle. And if you want to see what's invalidation, this is your invalidation. You're completely wrong here, right? But if it were to come back down and breaks down, cut the trade, because we're looking to come back down and take out liquidity over here. Okay, so that's the link for you. I'll give you that. I mean, I could spend a lot of time here. It is freaking 9:43 now, so let's just call it a day. Call it a day, and I'll catch you guys really, really soon. Thank you so much for actually spending the evening with me a little bit as well. Smash up the likes as well. Really appreciate you being here. Take care, everybody. Speak to you soon. Bye, everyone.